Hi there, welcome to the Basic Video Maker and Vlog. In today's video, I'm going to review the Kimafun, let me get this right now, the Kimafun dual wireless headset and Lavalier 2.4 gigahertz remote microphone. Now, I already have, and I've reviewed on this channel, the Kimafun single wireless microphone with a lavalier mic only, and you can see that video by clicking on the link that you see right up here in the corner. But this one is the Kimafun dual mic, and I'm going to show you what we've got. I have taken it out of the packaging that it mailed to me in, and I'm going to just go through it right now and show you what we've got in the box. And then we'll do an operational test and see how it works. This is a brand new unit I got directly from Kimafun, and let's open up this box. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that the boxes, the cases, the containers that Kimafun gives for their equipment is absolutely magnificent. First, look at this. This is a nice hard case. It's fairly compact. What does this thing say on the back? Kimafun wireless dual mic, G102-5 UB new. U8 new? I can't tell. My eyes aren't that good. Anyway, the single mic came in a smaller case. I showed you that in that video. And this one comes in this case, and it is a wonderful case. I have not seen a single piece of equipment in all my video making career, which is now 11 years long, and I've made more than 120 videos. I haven't seen a single piece of equipment that comes more nicely boxed than the Kimafun materials. Let's see what we've got in here. Now, what they say in their description is that you have a lavalier mic and you have a headset mic, and each one of those will plug into a remote transmitter, and there's two of each of those. And both of those transmitters will transmit to a single receiver that you can then plug into your camera, such as the camera that's recording this, or you can plug into a digital audio recorder, or you can plug into whatever else it is that you want to record your audio from. Let's take a look. Okay. The first thing we have here is, that probably came out of this little mesh container. It is a laptop adapter. It has a USB-A on one end, and it has a headset and a microphone, 1/8 inch plug receiver on the other end. So I can plug this into my laptop computer and then plug in the Kimafun dual audio receiver into this microphone port here. I can then plug in a headset to this plug and monitor what's going on, and that way I can record it directly into my computer. So that's good deal number one. Let's take a look at all the other goodies we've got in here. Oh, by the way, notice that right here it's labeled laptop. I love having plugs labeled. If you've been around computers, and especially around computers and video and audio equipment for any amount of time, you know that you amass a ton of different cables, and eventually they get all mixed up, and you pick one up and you say, what in the world is this thing? And, excuse me, I got the hiccups from early morning coffee. Anyway, so having labels on them when they come out of the package is a marvelous bonus in my book. Okay, now we have here, that's an audio plug on one end, and I may have to open this up and see what it is on the other end. I am going to have to open it up. Let's get in here. Sometimes these zip top bags open up better if you move them sideways like that. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, this is a lavalier microphone. Okay, that's a lavalier microphone. Now, my experience with my previous single Kimafun lavalier microphone is that it worked really well. It comes with a built-in foam windscreen, and you can kind of pull that off, and you've got just the capsule itself ready to go. But I'm going to leave that windscreen on just as a way to keep it. I'm going to put this back in its package. This is one thing that I am still frustrated at. And Kimafun or anybody else out there watching this, if you can come up with a way to store things that have long cables on them, keep them straight, keep them well labeled, and keep them from getting tangled and readily accessible when we need them, I would love to know what that is. I'm going to tell you right now, I took a piece of cardboard right here. This is just a piece of shipping cardboard off of something. I cut these notches in it that you can see here, and I have an old set of Apple EarPods, the one that have the 1/8 inch plug that doesn't fit in the Apple phone anymore. And I put the two earphones here. I'd show it to you right now, except I've got my earbuds hooked up to my camera right there so I can monitor my Rode Lavalier mic that's connected directly to my camera. And I wind the cable around here and then take the plug and stick it under the cable. And that is a marvelous way to keep the cord straight, not tangled, easily accessible, and ready to go when I want it. So that's one way to do it. And if I'm thinking about maybe I should buy a 3D printer and make these things, but that's a totally different topic. Let's see what else we've got here. Okay, this is the other mic. So you got two lavalier mics. Okay, you got a piece of paper here. It's got a lot of Chinese on one side. Dear customer, thanks for purchase. Okay, we know what that is. Okay, here we have in a not exactly clear plastic bag, we have, with a cable tie, we have a charging cable. It's got the USB-A plug on one end. You can see that. And it's got 3 USB Type B mini plugs on the other end, and that goes for the 2 transmitters and the receiver. Okay, that is your charging cable. It does not say charging cable on the outside. That would be a good way to improve the labeling of their products and their little enclosures here. It also does not say Kimafun dual mic charging cable anywhere on the cable. That would be a really good thing to have on there, like they have this label on the laptop thing. Here we have 4 additional foam windscreens. Here we have a clip. This is a belt clip. Gonna open it. Anyway, if you can see it here, let me go ahead and see if I can get this open without destroying the bag. I don't know why I need to keep that bag. I probably don't, because this is nothing that's fragile. You can squeeze on that belt clip and you can see that it opens and closes. So you put that on your belt and you take your transmitter unit and you slide it in there and it just keeps the transmitter. I'm going to throw that little bag away. Okay, that's one belt clip. I'm sure you have 2 belt clips. Here is another cable. This is a dual audio cable. I don't know whether it's dual stereo audio. Oh, it says phone. So you can plug this into a non-Apple phone, I should say a phone that is not Apple 5, iPhone 5 or earlier. iPhone 5 and earlier, I think, uses this kind of plug. And one of these might be audio and one might be, one would be a mic and one would be a headset, but it's not labeled. But fortunately, it does have a label on there that says phone. So that tells you what that is. And here, of course, is your instruction manual. Now, I love when they put out instruction manuals. I hate it when they're this small. I know they need to save space, but I'll tell you this right now. Whatever you buy, a piece of electronic equipment, one of the very first things you need to do, go to the manufacturer's website, put in the model number of what you bought, and this one is a KM-G102-5. Put in the model number of that. Find the user's manual. They will have it in PDF and download it. You can then show it on your big computer screen and see it much easier than you'll be able to see it in this. Now, I'm telling you this from a perspective of somebody who used to be a jet pilot, and I used to have jet pilot eyes, but now since I've got a little bit of white in my hair, my hair is totally white, a looking at this is really difficult to read it. So if your eyes are not actually perfect, then download the PDF version of the manual. Let's see what else we've got in the case here. Around the outside, here is, that's the other belt clip. So you're going to have 2 transmitters, and you got a belt clip for each transmitter. In the middle here, you've got 2 transmitters and a receiver. I'll get to those in a second, and let's see what else we've got here. Around the outside, we've got a headset mic. It looks like it has a place for an earphone there, but I don't think that's an earphone. You're not going to hear anything through there. You're only going to transmit. So you're going to take this and hook it over your ears. Let me go ahead and try this. I had to take off my glasses for that. And put the headset mic down here. Now there's many times when I've wanted to have a headset mic like this, and of course this thing will go connect to your transmitter, when I want to be moving my head around a lot and I need the mic to follow what I'm doing. So I'm going to put that right down there. When you have a headset mic, you want to position your microphone not directly outside your mouth, because then your plosives are going to come out with in the sound, and you don't want that. So anyway, this is a headset mic, and it looks like we have 2 of them. How do we have that in there? Well, I'll see how they have the other one in there, and we'll do this one the same way. Okay, it goes around the bottom. This is a second headset mic. We're going to try both of those out when we get to our operational test. Okay, and this is the first headset mic. I'm going to just go ahead and put it back as it is. Like I say, I really love the Kimafun containers they supply. Okay, the last thing in here are the transmitters and the receivers. This is obviously a transmitter, but I can tell because it's got a belt clip on it and a receiver for the lavalier mic or the headset mic. And that comes out of there like that. I don't need to keep these. I mean, these are really nice, but I don't see any need to keep that. And this one is a transmitter. You can tell because it's got the plug on the end of it and not the receiver. And finally, we have the other transmitter. Okay. We've got 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Now, the first thing we're going to need to do is plug in the 2 transmitters and the receiver into the charging port and get them all charged up. When they are charging and they're low on charge, the LED in here will light up red. And when they're fully charged, I believe that LED turns blue. Let me see if I can read the instruction manual. And okay. Introduction, main features, package include charging method, page 7. Let's go to page 7. There's page 7. Yeah, you can tell with these older eyes, I need a little bit of extra light. Transmitter and receiver of this wireless system are powered by built-in lithium battery. They can be fully charged within 2 to 3 hours and be used for 6 to 7 hours. And by the way, my experience with the other Kimafun microphone says this is probably true. If you want to record for an hour or 2, you don't have any problem at all if you start fully charged. By the 3-in-1 charging cable, wireless transmitters and receiver can be charged simultaneously. The indicator light will turn red when charging and go out when fully charged. When the battery is almost empty, the indicator will flash red. If the transmitter and receiver have been turned on, they will flash green and red at the same time. This means you need to charge it as soon as possible. Okay, that means if you're in a long recording session or if you have started with less than fully charged, you need to look at your transmitter/receiver units after a couple hours and just to make sure that they are blue. Once they are fully charged, there's a switch on the side of each. Let me show you that switch. See that switch right there? I'm going to turn that on, and you see it's got a green light that's flashing. Maybe it's green and not blue. It's the other one that's blue. But it's flashing, which means that it needs charging. Actually, that might mean it is not charged. Let me take out the receiver, and I'm going to turn that one on. And they're labeled off and on in white. It's not just molded blue into it. So I'm going to turn on this unit. Now maybe you can see they're both green. Now they're both steady green. That means they are synchronized. Okay? Let me go ahead and turn this third one on. It will flash at first, and then it will go steady, which means it's synchronized. Flash. Oh, that's synchronized right away. That's good. Also, it means that these already come with a bit of a charge in them. So that's pretty good. Now you have, let's turn that off. And always be sure you turn it off before you store it, because that will preserve your battery. Those are all the components that come in the kit. Next, we're going to charge up the transmitter and the receiver, and we're going to give it an operational test. Stay tuned. I've got the other end of this charging cable plugged into a USB hub, and I'm going to plug in all of these transmitters and receivers into the charging cable, and I'll just show you what happens. Okay, the fat end goes up, plug, and push. Okay, it snapped in. We got a red light. Fat end up, plug, and push, and we have another red light. Fat end goes up, plug, and push, and we have 3 red lights. We're now charging. These gooses are in my yard. Oop. Trying to carry them. And here comes Timothy. Okay, we're about to do our operational test.
Hi, I'm Timothy. I'm going to help.
You betcha. Timothy, put out one bottle right there and face the lid towards the camera. Lay it on its side. There you go. Okay, we're going to put our microphones on now. The first one we're going to get is this Lavalier Mic. That's not it. Where's it? Here it is. Okay. Now what I'm going to want you to do is we'll clip this to your shirt, and okay, Timothy, this is a lavalier mic, and they say that because it clips up onto your clothing. Let's put it right about there. I'm going to plug that in. Oops, wrong one. I'm going to plug it in right here. Now let's just wait a minute, because I got to put one on too. 1, 2. Here we go. I hear a bunch of geese.
So do I.
They're everywhere. Now what we're going to need to do, Timothy, is as we walk out to each one of these tubs, we're going to have to keep talking so we can see if this thing continues to work as it should. Now, that's plugged in. We have 2 receivers, 2 transmitters plugged in, and this is the receiver. I'm going to turn them all on. That's on, that's on, that's on. And we've got 3 steady green lights. That means they're synchronized. Now I want you to put clip it onto your waistband or your belt, okay? You want to do that? And I will do the same thing with mine. Right here. And I'm not going to worry about hiding the cord because that's just not something we're testing right now. And this is a transmitter. We're going to go plug it into the camera. Testing, testing. Can you hear me real loud? Timothy, say something.
Hello.
Okay, we've got 2 good microphones to that. Now, Timothy, all we have to do is we're going to go out to the end and stop at each tub and just say a few words and see how well it's doing. And we're going to look back at our camera person. She's going to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And then we're going to come back and we're going to try these other microphones which we wear on our heads, okay?
Okay.
All right, Timothy, let's go out to the first tub. We're currently, it's looking probably about 3 to 4 yards away from the receiver. So add 3 to 4 yards to each 10-yard increment. Here we're going up. Go ahead, Timothy, keep talking.
Hello.
Your mom and your sister and your little brother are out camping right now, aren't they? We're at 10 yards, and we're hoping that everything is sounding good. How's it sound from your end?
She said good.
Okay, well, we got to both keep talking because we're testing both of our microphones. Let's go out to the next tub here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay, and here we are coming up to the next. I'm sure it's good thing grass cut recently. And we're now at the 20 yard, and it looks like we're still getting some good sound. Let's go out to the 30 yard. We're going to be kind of in the shade. Let's go over here in the sunshine where it's a little bit easier to see from the distance. Okay. How are things sounding right now? Say something, Timothy.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, it is. That's 30 yards out. Let's go ahead to the 40-yard tub, which is going to be right out here. We'll just keep on going, and we'll see what it says. Okay. Okay. Wonder how things are sounding from here. It sounds like everything's good. Do you wish you were camping with them right now?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. That would be fun, but hey, it's fun to spend some time with us right now. Okay, let's go back, and we're going to change out our microphones. Sounds like this thing is doing a very good job. We got some water in our yard from all that rain last night. That was a big rainstorm, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Well, we're going to have maybe some more rain tonight, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And when there's a lot of rain, I got to tell you, I am really glad that I'm not camping.
Me too.
Yeah, because it's not really fun to go camping in the rain. Okay.
You are so right.
Let me unplug your lavalier microphone. Here, we'll get this off of your waist right now. Wait, let's just undo that. Now we're going to unplug that so they won't be able to hear you on that one anymore. Oh, we leave that one there. Now we're going to get this headset microphone. Basically, you wear it around the back of your head, and oh, don't you love twister ties when you can't get them undone? Oh, there we go, I found it. And let's put this behind your head, over your ears, and down just below your chin. And we're going to plug it into this. Now say something, Timothy.
Hello.
And it sounds like that one's coming through as well. Okay, you can put that on your belt. And I'm going to unplug my lavalier microphone. And maybe I'm going to be coming through on your microphone, but we'll find out here in just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I got to undo this twister tie as well. Okay. What is this? Ah, there it is. Which way does it go? There it goes. Got the cable loose. Put this behind my head, over my ears. And the best place to put a microphone like this is right along your jawline, like that. Now I'm going to plug that in. And we're going to see how does that sound. Sounds wonderful. Okay, we're at about the 5 or 6 yard point. Let's go ahead out to the 10-yard tub and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, Timothy, when do you think you're going to go camping next?
Most likely this year.
This year sometime. Yeah, that's a good thing. We're at the 10-yard point. It looks like the sound is coming through really well. Let's go out to the 20-yard point. And when you go camping, do you make a campfire?
A lot of the times.
Some of the times, yeah. Okay, looks like we're getting some really good sound from there. Let's go out to the 30-yard point. Here, walking through. Oh, some water in the yard. That's okay. It's not that bad. We're now at 30-yard tub. And say something.
Can you still hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can still hear you. It's looking really good. And let's go out to the 40-yard tub. And we're doing some really good.
Do you still hear me?
Excellent. We're 40 yards now. How many feet are in a yard?
30?
3 feet in a yard. So how many feet are in 10 yards? What's 10 times 3?
Okay, that's
10, 20,
30.
30 feet in 10 yards. And we're at 40 yards, so we got to go 30 times 4. That's 120 feet. We're more than 120 feet away from the camera, and it's still picking us up nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, and we're getting the indication. Yes, it's doing good. Okay, I think we're done with this test. Let's walk on back and we'll dismantle everything, and then I can download the video and process it and put it up on YouTube. And Timothy is going to be a YouTube star.
Yay!
Okay, so there we have it. We have both lavalier microphones and both headset microphones checked out and tested for the Kimafun dual 2.4 gigahertz remote mic, and we have 2 mics feeding into one receiver, and it seems to be working just fine. We're going to try this later on a video where we're doing an actual interview, so stay tuned for that, but you may have to go to a different channel, and we will talk to you later.